tried to find a way to justify missing the signs I knew. My hands were tied the moment we met, and there was more to you. You were only 17, and I was your sixth release. A hostage on a silver plate to you. Those roads we walked, I'll know forever. Those times we talked, I still remember. Is
Hello, all you beautiful gems. Happy Wednesday. It's a bonus stream. It's a bonus Wednesday night stream. It's nighttime. Cobra's here. And Dark. Dark on a 60, does that say 60 stream streak? That's insane, dude. Streaking through chat. Nice. 59 months. Look at that. So Cobra's subbed for 59 months. And Dark is on a 60 stream streak. Amazing. King's here. Hi, King. Everybody, this game that I'm playing tonight was made in a game jam. Ah, Queasy. Hi, Captain. Hi, Queasy. 40 months. What are you... Do y'all really have nothing better to do than hang out with me? Oh my god. I'm kidding. I love you. I'm kidding. I love you. Stay. Yes, the game I'm playing tonight was made in a game jam by friend of me and friend of the stream, King K. Rool, Ricky Lima, along with a team of wonderful people, including my friend Malcolm as well. I don't think I know anybody else on your team, but I'm sure they are all awesome, fun people. And King, if you want to talk about the game a little bit, feel free. It's a high bar. Malcolm did the bulk of the writing. Okay, so me and Ricky also collaborated on another project, on a comic project called the Relatable Young Adult Mystery Comic. Actually, do I have it? Do I have a I don't think I have a copy in my bookshelf. I think it's downstairs with my con stuff. But him and Fred Kennedy, who is currently writing Florida Cocaine... Oh God, I always get it in the wrong way. The Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. Ricky and him wrote young adult mystery... Relatable young adult mystery comic. Why are all of Fred's comic titles...
to show respect.
Hi, Nevermore. How's it going? Why are all of Fred's comics titles so fucking long? Relatable young adult mystery comic. They wrote it together, and then they very kindly asked me to do the cover, which I did, and it was very fun. So Ricky and I we go way back. How long have we known each other? I mean, I've been doing cons since I moved back from the UK in like 2012. I don't remember. We don't need to go that far back. Suffice to say, a longer time. Yeah. Hey! Left-handed! What was your... Oh god, what was your command? Wait, I will look it up for you. I will look it up for you. Wait, is it not working? Are my sound commands not working? Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's here somewhere. It's not, where the heck is it? Oh, that's... You're gonna play the Sarah song? No, it was this. That's it. Storms are brewing in your eyes. Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbye. Wow, that clip is so... I think that's the longest sound clip. That's gonna get muted on the VOD, but whatever. I forgot about that one. Yeah, Capped is this one. Let's do it for... I should change it, shouldn't I, Lefty?
I'm a prankster. I'm the god of mischief.
I am the bad guy. I am the god of mischief. Right here, right now.
Dark's muted. Sorry, Dark, you missed my epic singing. We have a new captain in the chat now. A different captain. Captain Hoovian. That's how we say it. Anyways, okay, tonight is a very special night because Ricky and my friend Malcolm and a bunch of other cool people. You know what? Let's just this was made in the TO Jam 2026. Which is the game jam. You make it in a weekend, right? Yeah. I mean, so it's called the Baked Body. I hope it works. Friday to Sunday. That's crazy. Making a game in a weekend. But also, I'm really excited to dig into it. And I start my new shift next week, so I'll work Wednesday to Saturday overnight? What does that mean? What does that mean? What hours does that mean? Tell me more about this for a second. And just tell me if it means we get to hang out more. That's what I actually want to know. I'm gonna close some stuff down here because I have a lot going on. 6:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. I know, Queasy. It's crazy. I love it though. Because it's like one of these things where like you have to keep it simple, you have to keep it tight. I'd be fascinated just to like, I want to be in the room where it happened, room where it happened, room where it happened. I think that would be fascinating. Please direct your questions to King. Are you gonna hang out while I play, King? Same hours, but new department and schedule. So you still won't be able to hang out in like the daytime streams. Is that what you're telling me? So don't get like too excited because I miss you like crazy. What? Who said that? Who said that? Oh yeah, MCAF tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Let's dig in. Let's turn off this stupid music. It doesn't matter how much I check off no lyrics, but it happens anyways. Can we make this full screen? How's this gonna work? Je ne sais pas. Ghost ducks! Oh, hell yeah. CRT effect. What? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. A Detective Tobeans mystery. Detective Tobeans. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so excited. Can I guess I can't make this any more widescreen, can I? How does internet work? How do... That's fine. We're fine. Pie. The intoxicating aroma. The staple of every good picnic. Every bake sale worth remembering. You never forget your first, and you never forget the best. And when it comes to the best pie in town, it was hard to beat Granny Smith's apple pie. Granny Smith! That's my character. This is wonderful already. I know, just Detective Tobeans. That's all you need. The little cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Hello? Oh, there we go. I was between cases. Nook Harbor is a sleepy little seaside town. Not much in the way of mystery for a hard-nosed kitty detective such as myself. Yeah, the name's Tobeans. Detective Tobeans. Detective Beans! The day started with a buzz. For 30 years, Granny Smith held the Nook Harbor apple pie competition in a vice grip. Judge Jonah Gold was likely to crown her the victor again this year. You'd be forgiven for assuming the whole thing was rigged.
But one taste of that flaky crust and crisp apple, and you'd know the truth. Granny Smith's pies were just that good. Otherworldly, you might even say. But Granny Smith did have competitors. Dr. Gala,
Haha, Gala, apple, and Honeycrisp. I get it. I get,
Dr. Gala had been gabbing about a new strain of apples she'd been developing all year. Lady Honeycrisp was vicious and determined to win back the trophy and restore honor to the Honeycrisp name. And little Miss Fuji was all sweet and spice in the perfect combination, a brave new voice in the field of apple pie. This year, it really could be anyone. The crowd was murmuring like the heart that should be checked out by a cardiologist. I looked around the room, my eyes locking on someone I didn't expect to see.
These names are killing me.
Inspector Laribbit.
We're gonna make Inspector Laribbit French, right?
Wasn't he that fancy frog detective from the big city? Why was he in town?
Is the music okay? Is it loud for y'all? Are we okay?
The 148th annual pie baking contest. The stage was set. The competition was stiff. But as we all would soon learn, yeah, Granny Smith was stiffer.
Okay, Judge Jonah Gold. This is horrible! Someone's killed Granny Smith and baked her into her own apple pie! Who would do such a thing?
A step forward. Nobody move. This is a crime scene. I'm Detective Tobeans, private investigator.
And I am the much written about Inspector Laribbit. Do not fear, sleepy citizens of Nook Harbor. We'll soon get to the bottom of this.
You mind, Frog? You're stepping on my lines.
Bish posh, as if small-time detective like you could solve a strange case like this.
I had half a mind to let the frog sit in a pot and leave it on boil, but I wasn't going to get anywhere sparring with him. We'll both investigate this crime, and by the end of today, the true culprit will be served up to the authorities on a silver platter.
A Detective Tobean's mystery, the baked body. Damn, baked into your own pie. Oh, what do we got? You can inspect a clue by using the magnifying glass. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Whoops, what'd I do? Well, I clicked on the magnifying glass.
Judge Jonah Gold stood off to the side, attending to his mustache. It was drooping worse than a basset hound after a jar of melatonin. Judge Jonah Gold, you're taking the death of the victim awfully hard.
Oh, Detective Tobeans, what can I say? She was the paradisiac ideal, a seraphic saint, a baking goddess struck down in the prime of her life, with so many more pies ahead of her.
Wasn't Granny Smith nearly 90 years old?
She'd have been 95 in June. Oh, what a terrible, tragic accident.
Yeah, so you don't think there's foul play?
What cruel monster would wish to harm a pie-making goddess like Granny Smith? I mean, sure, she won the contest 30 years in a row. Sure, you could count out a baker's dozen of jealous competitors within 50 miles of Nook Harbor who would have given their plum scooping thumb to take her down. But, I guess actually there was a lot of reasons why someone would want to kill her.
What about Dr. Gala, Lady Honeycrisp, and Miss Fuji?
Her top competitors each have come within an inch of beating her in the past, but Granny Smith, her pies were something else. You ever have one, Tobeans?
Don't think I'm too eager to eat any pie, given that I'm face-to-face with a dough-based horror show, Judge.
You're missing out, son. Why, pies are my reason for living. The muse Calliope has even gifted me the inspiration needed to create a new form of poetry based entirely upon their golden-crusted glory. What? I calls them... I calls them haikus. I don't know why that tickles me so much. I finally got a piece of the pie.
Crisp, heavenly crust. Hot, golden apple delight. Mouth-watering pie. Yeah, alright, that's really great, Judge. But what about the murder? Have you any clues who... Oh, my sweet granny, plucked from the branch before your time, pulled down by some vengeful Eve. How I love thee, how I will never stop loving thee. I think he did it, actually. Granny's 3.14. A+. Cheers to Malcolm. The judge crumbled to the floor. A note slid from his pocket. Hastily, I scrambled down and pocketing it. What's this? A love letter, meant for the victim, penned with more pie-based haikus. I'm not calling them haikus. Oh, okay, so we talked to him. Oh, can we see the, well, should we connect that, I guess? Oh god, where am I? Oh, we're investigating the body now. There was no easy way to start the conversation, but in my hand was a love note, drenched with saccharine sweetness in the form of 5 7-5-syllable pie poems. Yeah, Judge, give it to me straight about this note. You and Smith, you were a bundled item? The judge looked like a wet dog left out in the rain, whose home had just been foreclosed on and then set on fire. If only I had the apple seeds to share with her. I'm fucking dying. Unfortunately, Detective, my love for Granny Smith was unrequited. I didn't want to ruin the sanctity of the pie contest. I didn't want Granny to think I was just sweet on her and giving her the victory, but I was crumbling under the pressure. I'd been hoping to tell her last night before she began her pie bake. Yeah, really? Why'd that goose stay uncooked? Oh, I went to look for her. Granny always was scarce right before the big contest. Something about her needing to get in the right headspace to bake the perfect pie. Recording for the record, Aqua thinks the judge killed her. I think it, yeah, that's right. Yeah, for the record. Last night when I arrived, I intended to give Granny Smith this chain locket, but I couldn't find her. The only one around was Miss Fuji, and she seemed upset with something. I didn't stick around to find out more.
See, he's already trying to pin it on somebody else.
The judge fumbles around with the locket and metal chain before sobbing and thrusting it into my outstretched hands. Guess I'll just hold on to this until I need it.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So you can keep connecting. Okay, I think we should talk to everybody first, yeah? No, talk. Oh, here we go.
Before I even got up the first suspect, she was a wibbling, wavering wreck. A regular Edmund Fitzgerald, ready to sink in the sea of salty tears.
Damn, that's a deep cut.
Dr. Gala, is it? Dr. Gala tried to look up at me, the process slightly hampered by the fact that Niagara Falls had spontaneously appeared right in front of her eyes.
Okay, what does she sound like? Detective Gala? Edmund Fitzgerald mentioned, woo! I didn't get a good look at her. What kind of animal is she, King? Should I make her like... I don't know, she's really blubbery.
Detective Codebeans! Oh, I never thought something like this could happen at our humble pie contest.
Hate to say it, Dr. Gala, but looks like you're gonna be eating that humble pie, because Granny Smith is deader than disco. Can you think of any reason why someone would want to give Granny the old stuffed crust experience?
I can't lie. It has been a little irritating that Granny Smith has been the victor of the contest for the past 30 years.
I can imagine that gets you.
Exactly. I know Lady Honeycrisp and Miss Fuji also felt the same frustration. I'm not sure what their plan was this year, but I was certain I'd come up with a method of finally besting her. Now, we'll never know.
Frisco isn't dead, just smells a little funny. Captain, you want some pie? What's everyone's favorite kind of pie?
My ears perked up at the sound of a potential clue. Oh yeah, Dr. Gala? What were you working on?
From within her jacket, the good doctor produced a modest apple.
For the past 30 years, I've been selectively breeding my apples, honing its sweetness, perfecting even the crisp snapping sound of that first bite. This apple, it is the ultimate apple, the apogee of all apple kind.
Immediate joke gets me beaten. Pumpkin pie, yes! Wobble bears. Coconut cream pie is excellent. Good pie is my favorite, Captain. Indecisive as ever. Lefty, I had to allow that comment. It got flagged for cream pie. That was supposed to be Nevermore's joke, I think. But the thing is, like, Wobble Bear said coconut cream pie and it got through. You said maple cream pie, so I guess, oh my god. The chat, the auto mod is against Canadians. Nevermore. Good pie's good, bad pie sucks.
My head was spinning with apple-related questions, like someone had snuck up behind me and hit me with a sack full of them. The way my head was spinning, I was liable to come up with a few additional laws of gravity that Isaac Newton had missed the first go-round.
Oh shit, did I? Oh, there we go.
Dr. Gala seemed to have a lot of faith in her odd-looking apple. Why would she want to rub out Granny Smith if she thought this was finally going to be her year? Or was she angling to make it her year no matter what? Mind if I take that apple for future reference?
Oh, be my guest.
Okay.
Okay. Who do we think this is? This is the oh, who's this? Odd. Oh, that's the odd-looking apple? Oh my god, that's funny. Captain. We're figuring it out. Okay, let's see who this is. Oh, Lady Honeycrisp. Okay.
Lady Honeycrisp stood a ways off from the rest of the crowd of gawking onlookers with a look that seemed to say, "Be honored you're getting to be within 6 feet of me." Lady Honeycrisp, have a moment to discuss the crime?
Oh, well, I suppose if I must gain anyone with a response, it might as well be you, Detective Tobins. From what I understand, you also come from a somewhat respectable lineage. Your third great-uncle?
Tom Foster is...
Oh, Tom Fosterus, Tobins. He was a county judge, was he not? I cannot think of what I could say to possibly assist. I arrived at the main hall well after Miss Fuji and Dr. Gala. I prepared my pie with the Honeycrisp Estate Kitchens, you see. A superior baking establishment away from the poors.
Thank you, King.
I don't doubt that, Lady Honeycrisp, from what I've heard. Then with a start, Lady Honeycrisp rushed close, all up in my grill, like a hamburger on the 4th of July.
If you must know, Detective, I heard that Dr. Gala isn't quite so confident in her new apple breed as she claims. She's taken out loans, you see, to get her cultivation program off the ground. Who knows how much debt she could be in?
Oh, I see.
And Miss Fuji would love to have you believe she's an innocent young baker, fresh to the ovens, but she didn't look very surprised when Granny Smith's toasted form was revealed, did she? And I've heard she's been talking to everyone about exactly she would have done the crime if she had done it.
Okay, we got 2 minutes to an ad.
This close, the sticky scent of Honeycrisp gossip was unmistakable, but something else caught my eye. Her eye, to be exact. What's that? I hadn't been seeing things. There was some sort of strange pattern there in the white of Honeycrisp's eye. I covertly sketched it down in my notepad.
What? Let's make a Honeycrisp pie out of her.
Have you been listening at all, Detective? It's clear to everyone that Miss Fuji did the crime.
If only it were that simple. Honeycrisp came from the oldest, most prestigious family in Nook Harbor. The fact that Granny Smith trounced the Honeycrisp pie recipe for the past 30 years had not gone unnoticed. Ask any two-bit bucko or toddler around, they'd peg Lady Honeycrisp as the one with the most venom to sling Granny Smith's way. Her hate for Granny Smith was legendary. Was it enough to motivate a murder and frame-up? Only time would tell.
Great. I love talking to her. An ad for pie. Could you imagine? 50 seconds. We'll get this convo started. The third pie making dame was the incomparable Miss Fuji, the most recent arrival to Nook Harbor. She'd been stirring up a storm, not just in the local pie scene, but with all the bachelors in town. Okay, I know what she sounds like. By all accounts, Miss Fuji was the nicest lady in the competition, volunteering at a hodgepodge of charities all through Nook Harbor, always ready with a smile and a kind word. I approached her, smooth like ice, professional like ice, that you have a working relationship with. All right, we're going to do a quick ad, and I don't want anybody to miss anything. Eat the rich! Thank you, everybody, for hanging out through the ads. I appreciate it. It helps to support this stream. Brought to you by your sponsors. Everybody take a stretch. Yeah, pie sounds good, actually. I do love pumpkin pie, and I love coconut cream pie. I'm not like a huge apple pie person, unless it's with like whipped cream or vanilla ice cream. Pizza pie is yummy. That's correct. Pizza pie is very yummy. But I mean, I would go for a berry pie than like before an apple, or like I love a crumble. I love a crumble. We could make nevermore. You're gonna get yourself timed out. Cobra's here now, you know. I eat apple pie with cheese. What? Apple pie without cheese is like a hug without the squeeze. You guys are off the charts tonight already. I've only been live for 35 minutes. What are we talking about? We've got 40 seconds left in the ad. I like apples and cheese. That's like a well, okay. So if we're talking about like the flaky crust of an apple pie, like the sweet apple and then cheese, that's pretty much a charcuterie board in one bite, right? Because usually you have like jams and pastries and then cheese and fruit. Okay, it gets a pass. I get it. We'll tell Lefty when they come back. Captain, I knew one of you. You're lucky Inspector's not here. I'm judging your northernness so hard. I was saying that if you put cheese with an apple pie, because it's like pastry and like sweet, like jam and then cheese, it's kind of like a charcuterie board in one bite. So I'm giving it a pass. I get it. Your northernness. All right, where were we? Welcome back from the ads. Thank you so much for hanging out. I approached her, smooth like ice, professional like ice that you have a working relationship with. Yeah, Miss Fuji, care to weigh in on the Granny Smith situation?
Oh, gee. Well, if I had to guess, I don't think much of her baked down in the pie. It's probably still roughly her body weight.
Close, but not what I meant. Do you know of anyone with a reason to bump Granny Smith off? The judge? Any of the other competitors?
Golly! Well, I know Lady Honeycrisp certainly never had two good words to put together about Granny. She was always gossiping about her, telling horrible lies and whatnot, even more so over the last few days.
Interesting. Lady Honeycrisp seems to be the most vocal of the suspects.
Yeah, Cobra, yes. Watch. Careful. You haven't been around. Captain's picked up on some of Inspector's poor behavior. And they have been trolling me relentlessly. And where were you the last night at the times of the murder? Where were you last night at the time of the murder?
Well, I suppose I went home right after dropping off my pie. I remember seeing Lady Honeycrisp, and then I think to watch my soaps. I think I went to watch my soaps.
Oh, and what show would that be?
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. I meant I must have been washing my soaps. They get dirty, so I usually try to clean them once a day.
Super sus. Where are you getting these? Did you just? Is that a fucking beaver? Get out of here! Fuck! How am I gonna play this game?
Kinda hard to imagine a waif like Lady Honeycrisp being able to lug that massive pie in undetected.
Oh, golly, certainly. I agree, Detective. She wouldn't know it, but for something of that size, you need to lift with your knees, not your back, like this.
Miss Fuji dropped down into a perfect pie-delivering squat. What's that strange squiggle on her hand? You said earlier you must have been washing your soaps. You don't know for sure?
Why, golly, no. I think I must have been washing my soaps because after I finished my pie, the rest of the night was a total blur. And when you get soap in your eyes, they get blurry.
I do love me Canadian beavers. Stop.
Quickly, I pulled out my sketch pad and copied down the strange symbol I saw on Miss Fuji's arm.
Okay, so Honeycrisp had something in her eye. Fuji had something on her arm.
She seems innocent on the surface, but her alibi was full of suds that the rinse cycle of justice would soon clean away.
Oh yeah, pineapple on pizza. Hell yeah. Get the crazier this gets beaver. Oh my god.
Yeah, note to self. Work on my soap-based metaphors after I wrap this case up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna talk to the detective now.
The great frog detective himself, Inspector LaRibbit, had made a big show of arriving in Nook Harbor soon after the murder. It was a lucky break that he'd been close by for the town, not for me. I was a solitary detective. My muse was loneliness and isolation. My days were filled with companionless visits to manatee movies and sad diners with dodgy health code violations. A partner would ruin my mystique.
You guys are killing me. We all behave. We have a guest, and they made this nice game for us. Will you all please behave?
Yeah, so LaRibbit, I hear you're a fancy detective from the big city. Why, indeed, Detective Tobins. I assume you are familiar with some of my cases. The case of the spotted deer, the case of the leaky bucket. Yeah, can't say that I'm familiar. But they have such specific and fantastical names, I'm assuming they're very interesting. Well, not those two, unfortunately. In the case of the leaky bucket, it was a simple jewelry robbery. I just saw a bucket in the janitor's closet and it was leaking, and I thought, what the hey. In the case of the spotted deer, I spotted a deer.
Oh.
LaRibbit twirled around his pipe, a fancy old wooden one engraved and looking mighty slick. Yes, I must admit the cases lately have been a bit ordinary. I come from a long, decorated line of detectives, and if I am being honest, their adventures have thus far eclipsed mine in terms of a spectacle and peculiarity.
Peculiarity? That's really hard to say. Beaver, everyone. Oh my god. More beaver talk. My favorite pizza order is light sauce, extra cheese, pepperoni, pineapple, green peppers. Why did you put my favorite thing with my least favorite thing? Green peppers are the zombies of the food world. They infect everything they touch. We have a special guest. Behave proceeds to do the most accent in the history of accents. CanCon confirmed. Yeah, hell yeah. This is from the... This
This is from the TO Game Jam. This is as Canadian as it gets. But this Granny Smith debacle, something tells me that this will be my biggest case yet. The most important, legendary case of my career. I have already begun writing my memoirs, chronicling every detail and conversation since my arrival in Nook Harbor. I am sure to hit the bestsellers list with this one. You guys are killing me. Yeah, Inspector, do you think that's ethical exactly? The corpse has barely cooled off. Oh, I am sure she wouldn't have minded. Now, if you excuse me, detective, I need to begin interviewing suspects, looking for clues, etc., and so forth. You are free to go home and leave this case to me. The frog had a way of getting right down to my throat. I was itching for some catnip, but decided to play it cool and looked around some more. Okay, what else have we got going on here? Oh, we got strange markings. Strange symbol, no idea what it is. Strange, total mystery. Journal entry. Well, how do I see this? Oh. I'd finally snagged a peek at Laribit's journal. It would be interesting to see how a great detective's been going about documenting this case. Yeah, what's this? April 4th. Wore a tweed 3-piece in light umber. Houndstooth tie. Hair gel. Laribit family pipe. Polished. This is just a description of what he's wearing today. And this entry here, it's a list of the food he ate at the Nook Harbor Cafe. It's nothing actually about the case. It's all fluff for his story. Captain, how you doing? Bottom left will tell you what to do next if you get lost. Okay, great. Heritage Minute incoming. Doctor, I smell burnt toast. Alright, well, we look at the... Did we already look at the body? No, I don't think we have, because it changes color. I approached the pie, trying my best to remember this was a murder case despite what my nose was telling me. Yeah, that fresh dough smell, the soft scent of vanilla. Oh yeah, and an old lady, baked right into the crust. I sure picked the wrong week to stop sniffing catnip, yeah. Still couldn't deny it. The presentation of this baked brutality was a 10 out of 10. I moved the Granny Smith pie plate around to get a look at the underside. Yeah, what's that? Ooh. Someone had drawn a weird-looking symbol on the bottom. Some sort of sigil with leafy branches and sprouting vines. I quickly copied it down in my notebook for future reference. Is that what that is? Curious. Okay, that's interesting. The dead pie's freaking you out. I'm sorry, Captain. Alright, so... Good, clean fun in the janitor's closet. Hinges creak as I yank open the janitor closet, expecting to see a bunch of mops, not something you want to mop up. Yeah, yuck. The floor's covered in hairballs. Hairballs? My eyes adjusted to the gloom. Cowering in the back of the closet was a dame. A creepy old dame. I didn't know she had legs for days or any of that other stuff you usually associate with mysterious dames, because I was mostly focused on how creepy she was. She coughed up a hairball.
What are you doing in my closet?
Yeah, I'm Detective Tobin, see? Investigating the murder. Her eyes went wide, and after a moment, decided to stay put in her head.
Oh, how interesting. Yes, what a terrible crime. Don't worry, this will help.
She passed me an empty spray bottle and sticky goo. Any chance of getting this goo, bottled form? Yeah. I wasn't sure exactly how this was supposed to help me yet, but you don't get into the investigation game to start complaining. The puns in this game are fantastic, you're right. Who the fuck was that? Creepy old lady, her expertise on the occult has turned her weird and creepy. Alright, let's go to the forest. As a hard-nosed detective, I'm not used to the sounds and smells of the forest. There's a distinct lack of cigarette smoke and car exhaust out here. It's liable to make a cat jumpy. These woods feel dangerous and cruel, like at any second something could jump out and take a bite out of your neck. Yeah, there's some nice flowers here too. I suppose I better pick one up. For, investigative purposes, of course. Yeah. It was unlikely that Granny Smith had been... Oh, look! This is the symbols! These are all the symbols put together. Well, solved. Figured it out. Done and done. It It was unlikely that Granny Smith had been baked directly on site. Most bakings happen right in the victim's own kitchen. Still, it was worth looking around to see if there might be anything of a note on the lower levels of the town hall. As I sifted through the dust and debris, I was startled. I was bewildered. I was completely taken aback. It can't be. I'm drinking doubles and CM4s. I'm aces high and I've got clovers for days. Couldn't believe it. My throat was parched, my eyes agog. With trembling hands, I raised up a dusty stick and a dull rock. Perfect. Absolutely exquisite. The bee's knees and the cat's pajamas, minted and sent to the moon. At this point, I'd run out of turns of phrase, but I'd found a dusty stick and a dull rock. I'd definitely been able to use both of these items for something important.
What?
Why? What is that? Okay. Gift to the best pie maker in town. Oh, no, okay. So... So we have these weird symbols. Okay, so which one was which, though? This was on... Oh god, where did I find these? This was in the Honeycrisp's eye, right? And then this was on... Oh, what'd I do? You fool, Lady Honeycrisp. What relevance could that possibly have to Strange Symbol 3? Don't even get me started on Strange Symbol 2. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, I get in trouble if I get it wrong. Okay. Interesting. So why is the forest still up here? Oh, okay. Okay. Why do I have a spray bottle? I am... Try Creepy Old Lady and Forest and Inspector Laribbit. Okay. Forest, Creepy Old Lady, and Inspector Laribbit. Oh. Cool air of the forest was a refreshing change from the rich scents of the pie hall, all damp and mossy, not a hint of buttery bodies or pie-coated cadavers to be seen. I thought that I might get somewhere if I had the creepy old lady show me the surroundings. Laribbit hopped around behind us, noodling in his notebook. Could be useful having another investigator around, even if he was rubbing me the wrong way. Oh yeah, the triangle was on the bottom of the pie, that's right. Puns are perfect. Ah, these woods remind me of my more famous adventures, the case of the prickly pines. Have you ever heard of the tale Detective Tobins? Yeah, can't say that I have. I was a most effective investigator during the venture, I must say. They couldn't have cracked the case without me. 3 newspapers quoted me and ran the story with my picture. Yeah, oh yeah? What happened? Why, I'll have to find the papers to show you. It flows much better in the prose format. Laribbit wipes slime from his brow. Rather hot out today, even in the shade. Phew! I watched Laribbit's slime dribble down onto the mossy forest floor. Suddenly, the creepy old lady was rushing up, scooping up the moss right off the ground. Madame, what in the heavens are you doing? The moss seemed to pulse and grow. What? For a split second, I felt like I was looking at a living creature pulsing and breathing in her cupped hands. Mind if I bag that for later? What? Oh my god! I have slime now. Great. Can I put slime in the bottle? Oh no, he's gonna... Yeah. Okay, that's no good. Okay. So the symbol was on the back of the... This was on the back of the pie. This would make a great decoration. Dusty stick. Lots of potential. Moss pie? I want to talk to her again. Maybe, well, what if... Okay, what if we ask her about the symbol? Oh, no. Nope. Okay, that's a no. And this is her apple.
Nope. Alright. Try Creepy Old Lady and Strange Symbol 1 and Detective Toby's. Oh, I didn't know I could do myself. Creepy Old Lady, Strange Symbol 1, Detective Toby's. Hey, Creepy Old Lady in the closet. Creepy Old Lady took a beat.
Wait, me? Yeah. You ever seen this symbol before? I showed her the strange symbol. I copied from the bottom of the pie tray. Her eyes goggled and boggled, and did some other things too that I wasn't really fond of.
Oh, why that's simple, silly. A sigil of nature. A nature sigil. A sigil with which to summon a spirit of nature.
Hold on. You telling me that spirits exist? Some average schmo just has to draw this and they're communing with the ethereal realm?
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Her eyes rolled in different directions.
But it's the first part of a ritual.
The first part of a ritual. Oh, it changed. Oh, well, maybe I could... Wait, well, let me look at it first. Here, wait.
Yeah, alright, you creepy old lady. Let's say I want to be pals with the petals, mates with the Mononoke.
Oh my god. His name is Toby.
What do I gotta do to summon a nature spirit? Creepy old lady coughed up a hairball, then raised her head to the sky.
Oh! I should have done this first.
Sweat from your skin to grow the green. Then blood of innocent soul. Sigil of forest and whispering wood. If the spirit of nature is your goal.
Seems like she had that one locked in the chamber ready to go.
But beware. If you were to summon the spirit, you would find yourself immediately entranced, bewitched, and enthralled. You would be powerless and controlled by the spirit's whim, your mind foggy and your body controlled by Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, what do you mean, never mind? Creepy old lady extended a gnarled finger, pointing at my cigarette lighter.
That's a family heirloom, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Creepy old lady in the closet shrugged.
Family heirlooms, powerful protection magic. You're golden. Spirit can't possess you with one of those. Spirits can't possess you with one of those.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Okay. Green and then blood of the innocent? How could I get blood of the innocent? Maybe if I do the... Nope. That doesn't... I was just gonna go bludgeon her with the rock. Blood of the innocent. Well, why don't I see the other symbol?
Hey, creepy old lady in the closet. Creepy old lady took a beat.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you ever seen this symbol before? I showed the closet-bound woman the strange symbol I'd seen in the corner of Lady Honeycrisp eye. How about them apples, yeah? Creepy old woman leaned in, peering at the symbol.
Oh, why that's simple, silly. A sigil of manipulation and lies. A liar's mark. A manipulation signal. A sigil with which to summon the spirit of lies.
Hold on. You tell me that spirit exists? Some average schmo just has to draw this and they're communing with the ethereal realm?
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Her eyes rolled in different directions.
But it's the first part of a ritual.
Okay, so now... okay.
Yeah, alright, you creepy old lady. Let's say I want to be friends with the fabricators, colleagues with the con artists. What do I gotta do to summon the manipulation spirit? Creepy old lady coughed up a hairball, then raised her head to the sky.
Sigil to start the binding. Metal chain to hold it fast. Salt water the final ingredient. Brought forth from life's setbacks.
Salt water. So tears.
Oh, she definitely had a few revisions to make this one work. No way that was improvised on the spot.
But beware. If you were to summon this spirit, you would find yourself immediately entranced, bewitched and enthralled.
Blah, blah, blah. Then I've got a cigarette lighter, family heirloom. Okay. Gotcha. So we've got the chain, but we don't have the tears. Alright, let's figure out what this sigil is. Creepy old lady needs to go to a doctor for all those hairballs.
Hey, creepy old lady in the closet. Blah, 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 blah.
I close. Peering at the symbol.
Oh,
Why, that's simple, silly. A sigil of violence and anger. A violence sigil. A sigil with which to summon a spirit of violence. Blah, blah, blah. Spirits ethereal. Blah, blah, blah. Eyes rolled in different directions. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now it's changed into this. So if we look at that... Alright, you creepy old lady. Let's say I want to be compadres with chaos. Hombres with homicide. What do I gotta do to summon the violence spirit? Creepy old lady coughed up a hairball. Use spear! Your spear first adorned in glittering stone, then covered in a garden's gift. A flower. Blood dripping from sinner's guilty heart. Sigil drawn upon your fist. Felt like she'd written that down somewhere before and was just waiting for a chance to say it. But beware, blah blah blah, you got your thing, you got a cigarette lighter, that's fine, da da dee 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 doo. Okay. So, I have like parts of things. I need tears though. Oh, who was crying? She was crying. That didn't do it. Was it her crying? Yeah, it was Dr. Gala who was crying. Hombres with homicide. A very sad apple. Okay, so... how do I make the stone glittering? I feel like I'm like missing a part from each thing. Let's see. Okay, Detective Tobin's forest, empty spray bottle. Trees in the forest exploded out of the ground like skyscrapers, ripping holes in the sky. I'm sure some little critters live in these trees, coming home from their 9 to 5, kissing their old lady when they get home. Ain't that the way? I didn't know what I was looking for at first. Seemed like it was just another dead end at first. Yeah, what's that over there? Sitting all alone on a log was a cricket. It had legs for days. 6 days precisely, because that's how many legs crickets have. Yeah, who knows? Might prove useful. I swiped the cricket, tossed him in the empty spray bottle. So now I've got a cricket in an empty spray bottle? What the Oh, now I've got innocent blood. Which one needed innocent blood? Oh god, now I can't remember. I wish there was a way it would tell me. Violent sigil. So... the nice lady had the manipulation thing on her arm, right? The cure cricket was supposed to get crushed. Okay. I was like, what? We put it in the spray bottle and then it died. So this one needed the moss. Oh. I've been running the old witch's words over and over in my mind until it was an old familiar hum, like the kind of background hum you get from a refrigerator or something else you don't pay much attention to, like a grandparent. Like a grandparent! Finally, like the ice cracked beneath the weight of a particularly large man, I found myself submerged in the frigid waters of understanding. Sweat from your skin to grow the green, then blood of the innocent soul, sigil of the forest and whispering wood. If the spirit of nature is your goal, moss and the blood of an innocent little cricket, plus the symbol drawn on the ground. I put the ingredients all together. The air went metallic like it was trying out being a bullet. What? Like it was trying out being a bullet. The ground pulsed, like the earth was having a heart palpitation. Some other third descriptive thing happened. I can picture Malcolm writing that. Then suddenly, a nature spirit appeared, flowing up and out of the earth before me. This has taken a turn. I did not... Oh, I have a nature spirit now. Well, let's take a look. Yeah, well, I'll be honest. An honest-to-God nature spirit. I was getting ahead of myself. Ain't nothing that clocked this guy as honest just yet. I had to be on my toe beans interacting with it, especially since I was holding all the toes. The nature spirit was a blob. It had no toes. That's what I meant by that. Alright, nature spirit, time to answer some questions. Granny Smith, you ever heard of her? Oh, Granny Smith. Ah, we had some great times together. Oh, is that so? From what I heard, you spirits tend to get a little greedy. Ain't too fond of riding shotgun. Words along the creek is, you possess whoever summons you. Did you possess Granny Smith? Oh, totally weird that I can't possess you. You must have protective amulet. Ah, that cigarette lighter in your hand. But still, I don't think Granny Smith minded being possessed. Yeah, what gave you that impression? Whoa, well, she's been summoning me for the past 30 years. years. Every time the Nook Harbor Pie Contest was ramping up, she'd come out of the forest and summon me. Let me take over making the pie. So the nature spirit was making the winning pies. This is taking a total turn. The plot thickens, like when you mix the ingredients of a pie. Now it was time to see if I could get the plot to rise. So you're the one really winning the pie contest. Granny Smith gets the fame and nothing else? I should just say it like that. Sure, Gran never got to remember the pie-making process, but you get possessed by a spirit and something lingers behind afterwards. Granny could speak to the apples, and each year she'd craft her own recipe in her spare time, learning from the trees themselves. Sure, they weren't ever as good as my possession pies, but they were still something. It was starting to sound like Granny and the nature spirit had a bit of a I'll scratch your pie baking itch, you scratch mine situation going on. Didn't seem like the spirit would have any motivation to mess with that. Oh, now what have I got? Nature spirit had got me thinking about the birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, and all the things that didn't have legs. In the traditional dame sense of the word, but maybe it was worth taking the time to try to chat with them anyways.
Oh yeah, I guess now we can talk to stuff. Are we on ads, or are we good? Thought it was going to go to ads there.
I went outside and decided it was high time I gave a tree a piece of my mind. Hey, tree! Like a choir boy with a bad case of strep throat, the forest was struggling to respond. I have to adjust my tactics. Hey, tree! I barked. In the rushing, sweeping wind, I heard not exactly a voice, but not exactly not a voice either. The plants and fruit trees seemed to nod their head in my general direction. Trees were especially attentive, as I'd pulled the whole bark thing successful. Yeah. Guess a few colors of the wind are on my painter's palette now, and yeah, see? The forest seemed to whisper that I should quit while I was ahead. I can talk to nature now, and yeah.
Okay, so I... Oh! That means I can talk to the apple! Talk to the apple?
I was in the business of solving crimes, but it paid to know the different types of business. In this case, it was time to get acquainted with a niche industry, the misery business. Hey, odd-looking apple, how's life been treating you since the big fall from the tree?
We're taking a quick break. Thank you for supporting the ads. Everybody have a stretch and a sip. I don't know why the ads are a little bit delayed. Do you know, this kind of reminds me of, what was that mystery game we played a long time ago? It was like back when I first started streaming. Do you remember the one with like, it was in the house and everybody had their own room? There was like the bird lady. What was it called? I don't want to open Steam right now. Actually, where is Steam? Yeah, I don't want to open Steam right now. 12 seconds. Oh, now I really want to open it. Maybe I will open Steam. Because I still have it. I don't have it installed, but I still have it. Oh my god, there's an update. Of course there is. Welcome back from the stream. From the ads, I mean. Sorry. I waited, don't worry. Yeah, do you remember Cobra? And there was like 2 detectives, and it was like a family thing. Oh my god, I should play it again because I don't remember it. Now my Steam's logging in. Oh shit. I made a mistake. Here, just a second. I'm gonna find it. Let me go to my library. Okay. We played Agatha Christie, The ABC Myrtles, but that wasn't it. Behind the frame. It's here somewhere. Played Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods was one of the first games I played. Did a short hike. Tangle Tower. That's what it was. Tangle Tower. That's what it kind of reminds me of that one. Okay, anyways, back to it. No, I've never played Disco Elysium. I actually have it, and I haven't played it. Yeah, Tangle Tower. Okay, I'm gonna be this emo apple. Oh, I didn't come from a tree. Dr. Gallo grew us in a lab. Pfft, that's so typical. You authority types coming in thinking you get my generation. Whatever, man. Just put me in a box, stick a label on me, write me off. Yikes. Seemed like every topic I brought up with this apple was a hot topic. God damn it, that's very good. Can't be that bad, odd-looking apple. You got your whole life ahead of you. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting baked into a pie. Just another cog in the baking industry's capitalist machine. Come on, there must be something good going on. Well, I guess because I'm the genetically modified embodiment of all apples, I do know the recipe for the best apple pie of all time. That's kind of cool. Can I have the recipe? Pfft, whatever. So long, kid. Thanks for the recipe, even though you weren't so great. He tastes like you, only sweeter. Okay, so now we have the one true pie recipe. Okay, we gotta summon another spirit though, but... What did we need? There was like the chain... I don't... Is it gonna tell me again? Well, can I fast forward? Metal chain to hold it fast. Salt water, the final ingredient, brought forth from life's setbacks. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, how can I get somebody's tears? Maybe if... No. We can't go to the forest anymore. What if I just hit her with the stick? Nope. Okay, let's see. Nature Spirit, Creepy Old Lady, and Detective Tobanes. Okay, Nature Spirit, Creepy Old Lady, Detective Tobanes. Yeah, so Creepy Old Lady lives in the janitor's closet. You taught me the spell to summon a nature spirit, and now the pigeons have come home to roost. The spirit's standing right here with us. Wow, I'm honestly kind of just shocked it actually worked. You mean you didn't know if it would work? I just sort of say riddles to everyone. I just assumed no one was really listening to me, let alone bother to try any of the rituals out. That's deeply sad, Creepy Old Lady. Any clues who could have killed Granny Smith's spirit? I'm not sure. Sure is a bummer that Granny Smith is dead, but whoever killed her, I didn't see it, and I don't have any ideas. No one ever summoned me except Granny Smith. Okay. What could I do with this recipe? Nope. Okay. How do I get the tears? Nope. It's gotta be something to do with the rock. The recipe in the nature spirit? Nope. Maybe something with the rock. What if I do the rock and the goo? Nope. Uh-oh. Am I gonna be able... Oh, there we go. Nope. What if we do... And what did I need for this? Blah, 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 blah. Spear first adorned in glittering stone. Then covered in a garden's gift, which is a flower. Blood dripping from the sinner's guilty heart. Sigil drawn upon your fist. So, if I do the stone and the stick? Nope. What if I do the stone, the stick, the flower? Oh, nope. Okay, what if I do this, the stick, and the flower? Nope. Okay, let's get a clue. Nature Spirit, Odd Apple, and Detective Toadbeans. Okay. I was in the business of solving crimes, but it paid to know different types of business. In this case, it was time to get acquainted with the niche industry, the misery business. Hey, odd-looking apple, how's life been treating you since the big fall? I already did this. I already had this conversation. And he gives me the recipe. Oh, it asks you to do the same thing. I see, okay. Okay, Nature Spirit, Dr. Gala, and Detective Toadbeans. Okay. Dr. Gala, Detective Toadbeans. Thought it was about time Dr. Gala met the opposite end of the scientific method, that being a mystical nature spirit summoned with magical ritual. Nature Spirit, Dr. Gala, Nature Spirit.
How do you do?
Whoa, I know you. Or at least I knew about you. Whenever Granny Smith had summoned me, you were always on her mind.
What, really?
It's the truth, Gala. She really thought your apple science would one day beat her pies if she wasn't careful. She tried to perfect her recipe throughout the year, thinking that maybe one day she wouldn't have to use my pie-perfecting powers of possession to beat you. But when the competition came around, she'd get scared, and every year she'd summon me to beat you.
What? So it wasn't Granny Smith beating me?
No, sorry. It's a total bummer. For the past 30 years, I'd possess her during the Nook Harbor Pie contest. She never knew what she was actually baking.
She was cheating? She was using you to cheat? I spent my whole life trying to beat a cheater and oh!
The dams broke, and I was up the creek without a paddle. Dr. Gala started bawling, her tears flowing down her face. And I'd start thinking about these spirits and all the strange implements I need to summon them. Instinctively, I pulled out a small glass vial and snagged a few of Dr. Gala's flowing tears. She didn't seem to mind or notice. Alright, we got the tears. So now we need sigil, tears. What was the other thing? Chains. I've been kicking around ideas for what the creepy old lady meant when she told me the manipulation spirit riddle. So far, I've been nothing but own goals, but suddenly a thought occurred to me. My mind kicked into gear, generating a touchdown pass end zone running goal. Yeah, I wasn't a sports guy, but I'd figured out how the riddle worked. Using Dr. Gala's tears in the metal chain and locket from Judge Jonah Gold, I drew out the manipulation signal, sigil on the ground. Sigil to start the binding. Metal chain to hold it fast. Salt water the final ingredient, brought forth from life's setbacks. The ground before me started doing a shift right and left, like it was trying to deceive my eyes. Then suddenly, it was before me. Oops, sorry. Yeah, you must be the manipulation spirit, ain't you? Oh, cool, it's like a puppet.
No, I'm a humble nature spirit, hee hee.
I ain't falling for a two-bit scam like that. You're clearly not a spirit of nature. You're just lying for the love of the game, ain't you?
Hiss! Why can't I possess you?
Looks like my protective amulet was working. Creepy that the spirit had just been summoned and had already tried to possess me. Listen here, spirit. There's been a murder, and I'm getting to the bottom of it. I got some questions for you. Oh, okay. So now we ask questions. Alright, manipulation spirit. Time to answer some questions. Granny Smith, ever heard of her?
Oh, who? I've never heard of Granny Smith.
I knew right away it'd be hard to trust the thing this spirit told me. I watched it float around, uncomfortable with my questions. Every time you spirits get summoned, you attempt to possess who summoned you. So, who was the one that summoned you? Dr. Gala, Lady Honeycrisp, Miss Fuji?
Oh, yes, now I remember. What's that first name you said? Granny Smith. She summoned me.
Spirit smiled mischievously. Rather obvious tell that it was lying through its incorporeal teeth. Seems like as soon as you get out into the mortal world here, it's like you can't help but try to lie and trick people.
Why would I want to do anything else? It's the best thing about being around here. Even after I'm gone, part of me lingers behind, and whoever I touch, they can't help but tell rumors and vicious lies. I spread like a virus.
If this spirit was spreading like a virus, I had to be like Madagascar in the board game pandemic. Close all my ports. I wasn't a sports guy, but board games were on the level.
Yeah.
Seems like that only clue you're willing to give me, and since I first saw your sigil in the eye of Lady Honeycrisp, it's a safe bet at some point she was under your influence, even if she can't recall it.
What? No, that's not at all. Ah!
So it's Lady Honeycrisp. Okay, so now... Oh, I got... Ever since I chatted with the manipulation spirit, my mind had been tossing around different ways to trip up the people around me. Like I could call the pizza guy, order an extra large with cheese, then when it shows up, kick the real fuss about there not being any pepperoni. Bingo, suddenly I'm there with the comped pizza. The guilt would weigh on me like all that cheese in my guts. It was tempting, like a siren song. I had to use this power for good. Or for bad, yeah. I bet I could trick just about anything.
Trick? Ooh, who do we want to trick?
Let's go see the old lady. Oh, no, not that. We can't see the old lady with him. Nope. Maybe Honeycrisp? Oh.
Oh, old friend. So good to see you again.
Yeah, you know the dame, huh?
Know her. Her whole family knows about me. I'm an old friend of the Honeycrisp, going back centuries. Excuse me, I've never met you before in my life. The Honeycrisp family would never stoop to communicating with demons and devils. Oh, is that so? Feel like you might want to ask your great-uncle Ambrosia how he managed to keep the family coffers full. Conned quite a few people out of their money in his day. Lied and manipulated and did it all for profit.
The lady was like a leaf on the wind, wavering with the news. I watched her closely, looking for clues. Listen, you corporeal con artist, you say you met this dame before?
No. Yes. Who's to say? Detective, surely I'd remember if I met such a horrible creature such as this.
Unless Honeycrisp had summoned and gotten possessed by the spirit, she wouldn't remember anything she'd have done while under its control. And Lady Honeycrisp, you remember everything that happened the night before the murder?
Certainly.
That rock looks kind of dirty. Maybe you can clean it with a sponge and some water. Okay, okay. Ooh, the spirits to talk to each other. That might be fun.
Bingo. Her memory was Swiss cheese, and I was lactose intolerant. Lady Honeycrisp had danced the midnight waltz with the specter of manipulation, and the evidence was on full display in the town paper. Extra, extra, Lady Honeycrisp with lies.
Okay. You think we can get the spirits to talk to each other?
Nope. Oh, yeah! She can't remember. Well, yeah, but I think she's possessed by the vengeful spirit. You said to wash the rock? Oh, not that one. Nope. What do I wash the rock with? This? No. We can only do so much in a weekend. Yeah, no kidding. Nature Spirit, Lady Honeycrisp, and Detective Togebeans. Okay, Nature Spirit, Lady Honeycrisp. I like doing Lady Honeycrisp. Thought it was about time Lady Honeycrisp was acquainted with someone from a lineage that ran deeper than her own. A creature of the Fae that seemed like it could fit that description. Nature Spirit, Lady Honeycrisp, Nature Spirit.
Oh my, you're I'm not quite sure what you are, darling, but honestly, I think the tree stump is working for you.
Oh, thanks. I like your hair.
Why, thank you.
Honestly, I hadn't expected these two to get along so well. So, Nature Spirit, this your first time meeting Lady Honeycrisp? Whoa, yeah, I guess you were one of Granny Smith's competitors then?
Her ultimate rival, to be honest.
I don't think she actually thought about you all that much.
I always knew that Granny was cheating somehow. The 30-year streak, the pressure to deliver. Her pies were never quite as good during the year, but they'd always peak during the competition. She was just using you. I could have beaten her.
Lady Honeycrisp was acting like all this spirit stuff is front page breaking news, and the spirit doesn't seem to know her. Interesting. Okay, so what? Let's make the spirit meet everybody. Yeah? Nature Spirit, have you had a chance to meet with Miss Fuji? She's one of the most eligible bachelorettes in Nook Harbor.
Golly gee, are you one of those new Pokemon that all the kids are talking about?
Whoa, no, not exactly. You're a pie maker, Miss Fuji?
A pretty golly good one, if I do say so. Why, Granny Smith had been pumping out the same perfect pie recipes for high on 30 years, but I'm young and hip and happening.
That was a sick burn.
I'm on the cusp of the new wave of pie makers in Nook Harbor. I've been experimenting with cloves and taking cinnamon in a bold new direction.
That's pretty wild. Seems like the Nature Spirit doesn't recognize Miss Fuji. That means Miss Fuji's pies were au naturel. Maybe have him meet the judge. Maybe he could tell him what his real feelings were. Oh, no? Oh, okay. We did this already, right? Yeah, because we said... Did we do it? Oh, yeah, we did do this. Sorry. My bad. Skip. I got the tears. Da-da-da. That's how I got the tears. I forgot about that. So who... We haven't done the frog. So, Nature Spirit, this is Inspector LaRibbit. Whoa, charmed to, like, meet you. I suppose. LaRibbit is usually quick to start talking about himself, but he seems a bit like a deer in the headlights here. Guess he's just as startled about the existence of spirits as I am. Dobbins, I appreciate your desire to follow up on every lead you find, but I think you might want to leave this spirit angle to the professionals, such as myself. What's that supposed to mean, LaRibbit? Why, it is the most fantastic part of this case, figuring out how the spirits are involved with Granny Smith's untimely death. You can read all about it when I finish my book. You're saying I should butt out? It is a less interesting narrative if I write, and then Tobin showed me how they completed a natural ritual, don't you think? Rather takes the protagonist out of the action, huh? I'm furiously taking notes on all the missed fun connections. She never thought, yeah, it's the, for me it was a Tuesday line. It is me, I am the protagonist. Okay, so Nature Spirits met everybody now, right? So now, oh, except for, did we do the judge? No, we're not doing to do that. What about the lying spirit with the judge? Yeah, what about this lovesick loon? Seen him before? Spirit looked him up and down like a crook casing the joint.
Can't say that I have. Or maybe I have.
Yeah, no games. Spill. Oh, vaporous spirit, king of lies, do not play your games with me. You have not met my acquaintance. More lies, Yeah.
Hee hee, lies, lies, lies. What more do you want?
The judge was genuine. I knew it. A fancy talker like him didn't have any space for lies in his noggin. Not when there was more room for pie and pie-related facts. The good judge had never met the manipulation spirit. Okay, let's try this one. Good doctor was having nothing to do with the spirits. A woman of science and logic had no time for the occult. I watched as she tried to rationalize what she was seeing.
Where do you come from? I've always been here, didn't you know?
What is your physiology?
Lying.
Impossible.
Gas, then?
That's
more likely, I suppose. Yeah, see, I'm losing my patience.
This one is distasteful. She's after the scientific truth and has no time for fun and the joy of lying and deceiving. Take her away.
It was a pretty straight shot from such a curvy little spirit. Evidently, these two had never met and didn't have anything to do with one another. Okay, but and he met Honeycrisp, so let's have the manipulation spirit meet Fiji.
Nope, hehe, not this one. She isn't smart enough to summon me. She's a total rube. She'd fall for anything.
I was getting sick of this schmuck running their gums. If they weren't careful, they'd have to see a dentist for gum decay, which is a serious issue that affects more people than you think. Still, I clocked a particular glee in the manipulation spirit.
Golly, you better stop all these lies and slander. I'm not a rube. I'm not gullible. Haha, gullible, foolish, tricked and trapped.
Miss Fuji was shaking like a malt shake on a malt shake night on a malt shake focused diner. Something told me that these two had done this song and dance before. Had Miss Fuji been tricked by the manipulation spirit in the past? Interesting. Okay. And then what about for the detective? Oh, what is this? A spirit? How strange. Why, thanks for showing me, Tobins. I'll be sure to note it down in, my journal. I clocked something odd about the way the frog was hopping to this tune. Why was he so eager to drop this conversation?
Oh, it's you again, the frog.
Oh. What's that? The spirit knows Laribbit? Sure you, fine spirit of, whatever you are a spirit of, we've never met before? Laribbit's got a terrible poker face. He's definitely met the manipulation spirit before. The only thing I don't get is if you summon one of these spirits, they possess you and snatch away your memory. So that means Laribbit's met the spirit but not been possessed by it. Yeah, because he has the pipe. The pipe is from his family. Wonder how that came about. A theory is beginning to form. It is? Whoa, what's this? Super Clue 1, the big one. This proves the culprit's guilt. What? Why? I haven't made the connection yet. We still have another spirit to summon. How can I wash off this rock? What if I give it to the... Nope. Nope, no, no. Oh, moss is like a sponge. No. Do I just connect them? Oh! I took up the dull rock, staring at it turning around in my hands. Yeah, nothing good spitshine can't fix up. Yeah, I need water. I got it. I took Dr. Gala's tears, dripping them down on the moss. An unorthodox polishing method, but it wasn't an orthodox kind of cat. More Presbyterian. But we don't need to get into all that, yeah. After a minute, I buffed it out, and a sparkling gem was my reward. It shined in the light. That's better. Future centerpiece of something, probably. Okay, perfect. We figured that out. So now we got a shiny gem. So we need this, the gem, the stick. Oh, no. Oh, wait, I needed blood. Where do I get the blood from? Oh, no, blood of the innocent, right? No, it's blood of the guilty, didn't it say? Oh, shoot, I gotta read it again. Blah, blah, blah. Spear first adorned in glittering stone. Then covered in a oh, the flower! Okay. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. We need, like, a skip back. Okay, stone, stick, flower. If I put this here and then tie these flowers around, all nice and pretty like, and then I leave this bit for stabbing, voila, nice decorative spear. Now what was I going to use this for? The blood of the guilty. Guilty. Nope. This. I think you're guilty, frankly. No? Okay. How do I stab the... Wait, I thought it was the judge. Nope. How do I... Innocent blood and talk to nature and manipulator. Okay. What? Try innocent blood and talk to nature and manipulate. Innocent blood. Nature. Oh. Manipulate like this? What? Oh, okay. So these two. Okay, I get it. I looked at the innocent cricket goop sloshing around in the vial. Hey, you remember being a cricket?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Good days. I had the best hemolymph on the block. I used to rush around through my tiny little cricket legs.
Hemolymph?
Oh, yeah. Well, crickets don't actually have blood. We have hemolymph. It's a circulatory fluid that functions much like blood, delivering nutrients and oxygens to tissue.
Wow, what a fun educational fact. You were good all the time then? You got a squeaky clean record?
I suppose. Maybe.
Sounds like you weren't sure. Sounds like you could have been bad. Maybe if you'd circulated just a little quicker, you'd have been able to have your little cricket jump free and avoid getting smashed into a pulp.
No, it can't be. You're right. It was all my fault. I'm not innocent blood. I'm guilty. Guilty blood.
Yeah, didn't feel too good to do, but I'd manipulated the sucker into believing he was a vial of guilty blood. Or guilty hemolymph. Whatever. So now we have blood of the guilty. Sad little face. That is so funny. Oh my god. It's taking some work. Oh, we gotta. I'll pause for the ad break. Oh my god, that's so funny. How's everybody doing? Who do we think did it? Thanks, Wobble. I'm usually pretty good at really high pitched voices. If you want to hear more of my voice work, a recent game that I played was oh my god, I'm gonna forget the name of it now. What was it called? I played it a little while ago. Oh my god, it's gone completely out of my head. Where's my Steam? Hold up. Somebody help me. I played the Weather Girl. Not Love at the Milky Way Diner, the other one. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I don't even see it here. Am I Where's my history? It's the same people who made Arcade Spirits. Are we back? The Eldritch Horror one that's set in 1999. No, I didn't do a voice in that one. The BDSM werewolf guy. No, it wasn't that one. I did do a voice in oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I was the voice of the heads-up display in Cryptarch is the name of the game from Alien Trap Games, and that's me with a British accent. Just saying things like shields activated, armor low, and things like that. But this other one was called... Just a second. I'm going to the store page so that I can go to the developer. Fiction Factory Games. It also made
The shadow over cyberspace. Holy moly. I did a voice in that one too. Alright, anyways, back to it.
I'd taken some work, but I was pretty certain I'd gotten what I needed to pull that violent spirit out from under the spectral covers. The spear first adorned in glittering stone, then covered in Garden's gift, blood dripping from the sinner's guilty heart, sigil drawn upon your fist. The ground cracked around the sigil red, pulsing light shooting forth like a million stop signs going off at once, but I was screaming towards a crash and couldn't stop. Ah! And suddenly, the violent spirit was there in front of me. Rather cute, if I was being honest.
Is it a dog? Why does it... Is it like half a dog? What does he sound like?
Oh, your neck would look good broken.
Nick said.
I want to possess you. We could go bonk someone on the head, or throw an old lady into traffic. We could chase squirrels and cats.
No dice, violent spirit. I got my family heirloom on hand, and you can't possess me.
Ah, come on. It'd be so fun. You wouldn't even know what you would be doing. Please, please, please.
We got bigger fish to fry. I got some questions for you about the murder of Granny Smith.
Oh, fish. Fire.
Okay, let's investigate. Oh, I can't. Oh. Well, okay, well, let's talk to everybody, I guess.
I say, this dog could give Cerberus himself a run for his money. A regular little spawn from Echidna. A grasping, gnashing, gnarly little pup.
Oh, why, thanks. I like your mustache. It reminds me of a squirrel's tail. I like to chase squirrels and tear them to shreds, rip them apart. My favorite part is when I bite into their little spleens and the juices explode in my mouth.
Seems nice.
I say, I'd much prefer to stick to pies myself.
Steak and kidney pies?
The judge looks uncomfortable, but it wasn't out of guilt. He was a lover, not a fighter. I didn't see any connection between these two.
Okay. Okay, let's talk to the doctor.
Dr. Gala seemed to like she was on the edge of hysterics half the time. Bringing her to meet the violent spirit, I was impressed with how calm she managed to stay.
Interesting. How much control do you maintain over your doggy limb? How do you keep the insides from falling out? Is there any decay or rot associated with the interior of the...
I appreciate the scientific inquiry, Doctor, but there's been a murder. Let's focus on that for the time being.
I'm not sure what to make of this one. She's fun and new.
The violent spirit seemed like it had no reason to lie, and I wasn't getting anything shifty off the doctor. It seemed like there was no connection between these two.
Okay. I mean, we know it's... I mean, well, let's just get down the... We'll go in order.
What a disgusting animal. It's drooling all over the floor.
I don't think that's all drool.
Ugh.
Violent spirit, you ever encountered this lady before?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have.
What? Surely I'd remember if I came across such a grotesque thing.
No. I'm sure we sniffed you once, but it wasn't just you. You smell different. Stinkier.
You're saying you're possessed Lady Honeycrisp before?
Oh, no. We haven't gotten to do anything nasty and violent with her hands yet. It would be a lot of fun. But we only sniffed her, saw her. We didn't get to run around inside her mind.
This conversation is simply too much. I must lay down.
Lady Honeycrisp retreats in a huff. Seems to me that the pieces are falling together.
Yeah, because it possessed... what's-her-face?
I'd spotted the violent sigil on Miss Fuji's hand, so I was curious what would happen if I brought her face to face with the mangy mutt. So, Miss Fuji, you ever met this spirit before?
Golly gosh, no. I'd never associate myself with something like this. If it were a humble spirit of nature, perhaps, but never something like this.
The violent spirit gave a sad little shake of its tail and bounced up and down indignantly.
But, we had so much fun together. Don't you remember all the great stuff we did?
Yeah, what exactly are you referring to, spirit?
We baked a pie together. We cooked Granny up nice and good.
Bing, bang, boom. Just like that, I had Miss Fuji dead to rights. The dame had gone ashen, sputtering, looking for a way out.
But, I've never seen this spirit before. I've never summoned a spirit of violence. I'm kind. I'm generous. I'm a nice little baker. Not true, not true. You summoned me, and together we bonked Granny Smith over the head and baked her into a pie. We killed her together. But I don't remember that. Why would I do that?
Nah, you thought that Granny had you beat this year, so you decided to set her out on a windowsill so you could be Nook Harper's pie champion. Detracted, if Miss Fuji had summoned the spirits, she'd have no knowledge of what she'd done. The spirits took control, wiped your memory cleaner than a chalkboard the day after graduation. She was the perp, but something about her motivation wasn't sitting quite right. By all accounts, Miss Fuji was something of a pacifist. Something told me there was another piece of this puzzle that would explain how Miss Fuji ended up summoning this violent spirit in the first place. A theory is beginning to form. Oh. Super clue 2, the smoking gun. This proves the culprit's guilt. Okay, well, let's do the violent spirit with... Oh, no, okay. So, someone got Miss Fuji to... I can't talk to the other spirits anymore. I don't have the... Like, I don't have the abilities. Okay. Ultimate apple pie recipe. Hey, Judge, come here a second. Oh, what's this? Could be nothing, but you're foremost expert on pie left standing. Take a look at this recipe I've copied down. Tell me what you think. Wait a minute. A teaspoon of cinnamon. 7 Granny Smith apples. The room around us began shaking like it was time for the Macarena in a senior center. An earthquake. 2 tablespoons flour. Judge, what's happening? The recipe. It's the ultimate pie. To read the ingredients together in this order is to know the face of God. I'm ascending to a pastry-based nirvana. Yeah, you're rising like dough on the 3rd day, Judge. Judge, snap out of it. Judge Jonagold began to levitate, speaking so... What is happening? Speaking so fast it was like he gone shoe shopping, coming home with half a dozen tongues and far too many souls. Oh my god, I gotta message Malcolm. Then there was a brilliant flash, and the judge settled back down. I think I'm good now. Thanks for showing me that recipe, son. It's ingenious, truly dazzling and resplendent. I can't wait to try and bake it later. No problem, Judge. Can't wait to see the result. What? Have we done her with him? Nope. Okay. Okay, so we have... No? Okay. So we know the nature spirit possessed Granny Smith to make the pies. We know the manipulation spirit possessed Lady Honeycrisp. And we know that the vengeance or the violent spirit possessed Miss Fuji. Only one thing left to do. Yeah, I can still talk to him, but I can't use the power-ups. But I've talked with... Oh, unless I do the spirits together? No. Oh, I didn't show them to the inspector. Detective Tobeans puts it all together. Manipulation spirit knows Laribbit because Laribbit summoned him. Okay. Ah, but those who summon spirits are instantly possessed. But you've got your own special amulet. Tobeans explains the logic. This puzzle had about 1 million moving parts. Pies, spirits, dark rituals, and shifty suspects. But it was time to bring this home. I knew what had happened, and I knew who the culprit was. Inspector Leribbet. What? Super clue number 1. You knew the spirit of manipulation. Detective Tobins, this is outrageous, and so often has been pointed out. Anyone who summons a spirit is instantly possessed by it. You lose all your memory of what to do while controlled. How would I possibly remember a spirit? How could it remember me? I wondered about that, Leribbet, then I thought about the pipe in your hand. Leribbet twirled around his pipe, fancy old wooden one, engraved and looking mighty slick. Yes, I must admit the cases lately have been a bit ordinary. I come from a long, decorated line of detectives. Family heirloom, powerful protection magic. You're golden. Spirits can't possess you with one of those. You knew that if you summoned a spirit and instantly nab your memories, but you got a family heirloom just like me that protect you from them. Good. But that proves nothing. It simply means I knew of the spirit. So you know that as a spirit of manipulation and lies, it'd be eager to pull tricks and deceive someone. And you also knew that there were many in the competition who'd do anything to defeat Granny Smith, namely Lady Honeycrisp. Whoa, yeah. I guess you were one of Granny Smith's competitors then. Her ultimate rival, to be honest. And Lady Honeycrisp, you remember everything that happened the night before the murder?
Certainly.
You saw Granny Smith as your ultimate rival. You'd have done anything to best her to reclaim glory for the Honeycrisp family.
But why would I summon a spirit of manipulation and lies?
Perhaps you didn't know it was that type of spirit. Perhaps someone had told you it was the way to summon a nature spirit, just like the one Granny Smith had. So you get Honeycrisp to summon up the manipulation spirit, Leribbet. You got a patsy with a conveniently wiped mind, so she won't be able to squeal on you. But that's not enough for you, is it, Leribbet? After all, you're looking for the ultimate case. This Granny Smith debacle, something tells me that this will be my biggest case yet. The most important legendary case of my career. Puzzle wasn't complete. Lady Honeycrisp would have to be too frail to kill Granny Smith, let alone lug that massive pie all the way to the competition without being spotted. Didn't make sense until I had the violent spirit speak with sweet little Miss Fuji. So, Miss Fuji, you ever met this spirit before?
Golly gosh, no. I'd never associate myself with something like this. If it were a humble spirit of nature, perhaps, but never something like this.
Just like Lady Honeycrisp, Miss Fuji was willing to summon a spirit to help her win the contest.
But, I don't know anything about spirits. How could I have done that?
And that's the devilish part of your plan, Leribbet. You didn't even have to be there to trick Miss Fuji. You primed up Lady Honeycrisp as your patsy and sent her off to do your dirty work. You're saying you possessed Lady Honeycrisp before?
Oh, no. We haven't gotten to do anything nasty and violent with her hands yet. It would be a lot of fun, but we only sniffed her, saw her. We didn't get to run around inside her mind. You have possessed Lady Honeycrisp, give Miss Fuji the ritual to summon the violent spirit. It's the ultimate trick convincing an innocent young pie baker into summoning a spirit of violence by lying and telling her it was a harmless nature spirit that helped her bake the best pie. How could a manipulation spirit resist such a tempting idea? And when the dust settles, you've got two amnesiacs who'd have no idea they're involved with a crime. The only hint left, the subtle emotional changes that hit when you've been possessed by a spirit. And their marks. The manipulation sigil in Honeycrisp's eye and the violent sigil on Miss Fuji's hand. Gah! I wondered why you were so lackadaisical about the existence of the spirits and all the clues. You didn't need any of them for your memoirs. You didn't need to put any of the pieces together. Because you knew exactly what happened already. You could just come up with the most dramatic ending that suits your needs at your leisure. Well, Leribbet, how's this for a dramatic ending? Yeah, you're under arrest, see?
We got him! Yeah! Detective Tobin's Mystery. The big body was made by Kyle, Ricky, JJ, Malcolm, Wilfred, and Landon. And Toe Jam... T.O. Jam 2026. Yay! We did it! Good job, everybody. That was awesome. And almost exactly 2 hours. Holy moly. Yeah, we get to see everybody now. Here's Ricky. That's exactly what Ricky looks like. JJ is a designer. Benito graphics. Malcolm. Wilfred with a tiny keyboard. This is very cute. They made the art and ensured all the narratives made it into the game properly. Yay! That was so fun, y'all. Good job! Well, that was a great little bonus stream. And now I'm gonna look around and see if there's anybody we can raid. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be an art stream. We're gonna be working on some stickers. Yeah, I had so much fun. I really did. I think my Honeycrisp was probably the best. My Honeycrisp and the creepy old lady. Oh, Wobble, you're JJ. Oh, well, thank you for making it. I'm so glad you came and hung out. Yeah, those were my two favorites voices. Who are we gonna raid into? Sebastian Illustrations drawing some giant mechs. Oh, he's been up for 3 hours already, though. Mother Gamer just started. They were playing Veilguard. Brad's been on for a little bit. Let's raid into Mother Gamer. Please join me for the raid if you can. Let me give you your follow raid messages and sub raid messages. Thank you everybody for hanging out tonight and popping in for this bonus stream. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be having a chill art stream during the day. I'm going to be working on some stickers for the Totally Bombed podcast, done by my friend Jess Hart, so you can check that out. I'll be linking it. Oh, they just went on break. Of course I'm going to raid while they're on break. It's okay. Yeah, I'm going to slap on the end credits and say thank you for all the subs, the bits, the love. Y'all are wonderful. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you soon. We're gonna raid now. Let's give them lots of love. Bye!